Hello, 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 and welcome to the Empowered by Design podcast. Today, we are continuing our love journey for season 8, and we will be diving deep into the Pilgrim card, the Pilgrim Archetype card. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm so excited to be here. I am Dr. Liz. I'm your host. I have so much to talk about today. We are going to get to our next card in the 8-card pool for season 8. So if you are new, welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited that you're here. For season 8 on 808, that was our first day. The first episode of season 8 dropped on 808, a very special number for me. You can go back and listen to that. It was episode 152. And I remember that. It's very helpful that I remember that because one of my listeners shared with me after the episode that if you add up 152, it equals 8, which I did not have in my conscious awareness at the time. So when I now go back and say, what episode was that? I never remember the numbers. Now I have that little trick to remember. And it's another 8, which we know I love. So that's what I love when you listeners are hearing little things that kind of like aha moments for you and you share them with me. Thank you. I love it, love it, love it. When you message me, talk to me in person, email me about an episode, please, please, please. I do it because I love to hear your thoughts and what meaning this podcast has for you in your life, because that's what it's all about, right? Sharing the love, spreading the power, and helping it reach far and wide. So 152 was the first episode of this season. And in that episode, I pulled 8 cards. Randomly is, a word that we use around here, but from my Wild Unknown Archetypes guidebook and deck and guidebook by Kim Krantz, my favorite deck of all time, my first one ever. Oh, I can feel my energy is really high. I'm really excited to be with you today. I'm going to take a breath so that I can gather my thoughts. But I had this idea to pull 8 cards. And that day we pulled 8 on the episode so you can see them. And we are going through them in order on this season as the outline, the backdrop of our season 8. So I'm so excited. Intermingled in between those episodes are some amazing interviews and guest appearances. We have just heard from Rebecca and Kelly from Bloom for Women, a true love journey. If you did not yet listen to that episode, I invite you to go back and listen. This whole season is amazing. So we're having so much fun. I have more people to share with you. Some of my favorite people who have their own brilliance to share, their own superpowers, their own gifts. And with that same mission of empowering others, sharing the love. Next episode will be Emily, who you've heard from before, way back in April of 2024, way back, it wasn't that long ago, when we had the solar eclipse. Emily was on to share with us some information. She is coming back, as promised, to talk about astro basics. I was going to say astrology 101. We called it that lovingly as we were preparing. And then we're calling it astro basics. So you're definitely going to want to come back next week. Emily is so brilliant and amazing. And she shares her wisdom with us and it will be so fun. Before we get to the card, I have some snacks and apps to talk about. I'm so excited. This past weekend at Visionistas, we held our very first ever mini wellness retreat. Oh, it was amazing. Vicky, who works at Visionistas with me, collaborated to create this little mini wellness retreat, a workshop. We held it in a nearby state park, Jacobsburg State Park, which was just glorious. If you haven't checked out the reel that I created it's on Visionistas. It's on my Dr. Liz, Instagram, Facebook, all the places on social. Please do so. It was beautiful. A lovely, lovely group of women came together. One of my favorite things about all of oh my gosh, it's 8:08 and my phone just went off. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to silence that. Okay. One of my favorite things about all of the events that we have, the illumination circles here, our wellness retreat, Vicki does grounding with gratitude gatherings, is that every single one is unique. We love to just bask in the beautiful energy that each person brings to the gathering, the circle, the retreat, the workshop, the event. Just as you are here listening, right? Our energies are mixing. We truly, truly believe that here, that we are all connected in spirit, and we can do amazing things together in person, in our in-person events, which we are loving. And we also love to connect with you virtually here on social, on my email list, our email list. It was beautiful. We laughed, we cried, we hugged. Those were some great times. The leaves were beautiful. Like at several times throughout the workshop, we just paused because the leaves had things to tell us. The leaves would come and just kind of do a shower fall. It was beautiful day, beautiful weather, beautiful people, beautiful souls and energy. The invitation to be authentic and open up and give and receive in our events it's magnificent and just so empowering for me, for the people that are there. And I love hearing from, like, right away, I'm hearing afterwards and throughout it how it's so helpful. And then if you're on social, you can see that then Emily, you'll follow her at Second Jane, she went home and was able to finish this painting she had been working on forever. Peggy created an event that she had been thinking about in her mind to do on World Gratitude Day. And she was like, this gave me the push. Another woman there was sharing something so exciting for her, but she's like, it's change and it's scary and it's exciting. And she said, thank you for the push. To be here together in this space of empowerment was amazing. So if you are in the area or not, if you're ever thinking where could I take a road trip? Come to Nazareth. Come and attend one of our events. We have an upcoming illumination circle this Sunday, September. It's 9. So it's 9/22, September 22nd on Fall Equinox Day. We are having a Fall Equinox celebration. If you're looking for a time to really connect with yourself, connect with other women like you who love connection, love empowerment, love collaboration, and just want a little bit of this magic. Come. There's still time to sign up for that, depending on when you're hearing this episode. If you're hearing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come and just experience what this is. We have just an amazing group of women, some who come back. We have new people coming every time, and it's just amazing. Emily, I keep talking about Emily. She's, again, brilliant. She is co-hosting this circle with me. So the circles have taken a life of their own. When I set out to create the illumination circles, my dream was creating a space where women can be themselves, women can laugh and cry and stand up and sit down and meditate and do all the things that they want to do in order to just have peace and joy and love and connection. And in the circles, women come and share their gifts and their superpowers. Emily has led a segment previously As you know, she's an astrology consultant. I call her an astrological aficionado. And she is going to be sharing her brilliance as a co-host of this circle. I'm so, so excited. I love the power of elevation in our circles. We celebrate, we illuminate, and we elevate each other, ourselves, in line with our vision, our mission, our values, and tapping into our intuitive spiritual natures in order to truly walk the path, this love journey that is life, in a way that feels amazing. So that is what is coming up in the future, in the circles. And we are going to get moving on our own love journey. Very, very excited to do that. We are looking at the next card in the 8-card pool that we did for season 8. The first card was Eros, love. The second card was the Crone. The third card was the Judge. And the fourth card is the Pilgrim, And so we know that I'm showing it to you. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm showing it to you. If you're listening, I will describe it. And the picture of the card will be in the email. So sign up for the emails if you don't get them, because I do put more information in there and pictures when I can. But we're going to talk about the Pilgrim card today. What I love about this card pool is that each one of these cards has meaning inherent in itself. An archetype is a person, a place, a thing, a concept that spans beyond the limits of culture and time and space. They have meaning inherent in themselves. And then they have meaning for us to make, for us, for our lives, for our connections, for our goals and our dreams. And we are going to look today at the Pilgrim. And I love this season so much because there is meaning in the 8-card combo as well. So when we look at them all together, which is happening, right? We're doing that as we go. The Pilgrim card, if you are listening, is a beautiful mixture of colors. There is in the center of the card an eye, a beautiful eye surrounded. So the eye is in a black and white, like monotone. Above the eye is a body, like the torso of a body with hands clasped together, beautiful jewels on the hands. It looks almost like you can also see a necklace on that torso there. And there are colors, swirls, cloudy, sparkly, and a mountain. Every time I look at it, I see something else. At the bottom, underneath the eye, is a beautiful mountain peak. Right? When we think of the Pilgrim taking this journey, right? This is our journey together. There is a beautiful mixture of colors on this card. Yellows and greens and reds and pinks, and even little flecks of white and black here and there. So much in this card, right? If we truly think of how this card and all of it, all the things, feels like my brain sometimes, we definitely can see the beauty of how much there is on our pilgrimage, our journey in this life. When I asked Emily, what of the 8 cards fit with what you want to talk about? Where do you think your episode will go? And she said, let me think about it. And she came back and said, I really think it fits in well with the Pilgrim, because for herself and for what she's doing, which you'll hear next week, it is the love journey that we go through typically in life tends to be a journey back to ourselves, right? As we go throughout life, we encounter lots of relationships and lots of things, school and jobs and family and babies maybe, and fur babies and all the different things. And as we continue to grow and learn and grow and learn, I know that I have found a gathering of lots more information and lots more knowledge and lots more wisdom and experience, and that beauty of coming home to who I am authentically. And so I invite you to just pause on that concept for now. Let's do a little energy inventory, as we love to do here, on your own association to this card, the Pilgrim, your own love journey in your life, relationships, your business, your job, your career, your passions, your purpose. Just take that breath. If you're not driving, you can allow your eyes to close a little bit while we go through this energy inventory. And really just allow your breath to bring you to this moment. Allow the distractions of your to-do list or what's happening later today or what happened yesterday or 5 minutes ago. Allow those things to just kind of float away for now and check in with what they are. Ooh, as I'm seeing a bright little spot of light in my vision. I love that. An illuminating moment in your mind. What are those thoughts that are coming up for you? Just notice them and let them go. What emotions are you carrying with you today? I have lots of excitement. I'm a little tired. Today it's morning. I love mornings. What are you carrying in your soul? When you think of coming back to who you are, what is that meaning? What is that identity? Maybe you know it. Maybe you're still learning. And what are you carrying in your spirit today? That aspect of yourself physically and non-physically that carries all of these things around with you and extends beyond your physical body to connect you with others, connect you with the universe, connect you with the spiritual realm. Whew. What elements have been in your love journey so far? What can you celebrate? Where have you been? Where have you come from? What trials and maybe traumas and tragedies, life experiences, joys, celebrations have contributed to your makeup, your experience? What mountains have you climbed? When we get to the top, we get to the top and we get to see and look out and just see the vantage point of nature, this world, this universe. What are you thankful for? So this week brings us to not only the fall equinox, but Saturday the 21st. I know from Dr. Peggy DeLong that it is World Gratitude Day. You've met Peggy on the podcast. I will link all of the things I reference in the show notes because, again, I don't remember the number of that episode. For some reason, I want to say 62, but I could be wrong. What are you thankful for in this journey that you have been on, are continuing to go on? And what are you looking forward to? We love to talk about all of these aspects in our Dream Design Deliver formula, reflecting and attending to what is that vision that you have for yourself? What are your dreams? What are your goals? Envisioning yourself in those places, having achieved them, and doing the reflection back as well of where you've come from, what things have contributed to where you are today, what lessons have you learned, what lessons are you keeping to learn, what is happening in this moment for you right now, which we did in our energy inventory, because we can get caught up in the busyness of the journey, the busyness of the pilgrimage, that mentality, that actual aspect of like continuing to move forward. And when are you resting? When are you taking the pause in the moment like we do here? But also, when are you resting in your life? Resting, sleeping, napping sometimes, and just being one with your thoughts. When are you meditating? And taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Those are the moments that help to synthesize the learning and the growth and the emotional experiences that we have. So we look back, we attend to what's happening now. We make a plan for the way that we're going to get to those dreams, accomplish those dreams and that vision. Let's get to the card. I love, love, love. And I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to say it. This is card 20. I don't think I said it. XX, Roman numeral XX. So the Pilgrim. We always like to think of what meaning does the word have for you? What associations come up for you around the card, the description of it, what it looks like, the word, the Pilgrim, and also the number of the card. This is card 20. Okay, so let's get to that one. You know, I love to read what Kim Krantz and all of her wisdom is giving us today in the Pilgrim Archetype. Dun, 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 dun. The Pilgrim, the wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. Ooh, I love that. For the Pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Oh, I love that. Others will wonder when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life. But the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. I think I'm the pilgrim. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet, when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door toward a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon. Your spirit needs it. Love this. Oh my goodness. I love this card. Love this message. Are you the pilgrim? Do you know a pilgrim? I definitely am. I'm definitely this pilgrim. Let's go through it piece by piece. The wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. When we wander, I love that. We're wandering. Sometimes it feels, I'm going to just talk about my own associations here and invite you as we go through this to think of and call to mind your own. I love that wandering aspect of life when we can go from this place to that place, traveling and seeing all the beautiful lands that this globe, this earth has to offer us in beauty and experience. And it makes me think of the different places that I've been. Where have you been in your life? Where are some of the favorite places that you have traveled? This year, if you've been here, I went to Italy with my parents in April. That was an amazing trip. So special, so meaningful to me. Hawaii last year with my family, my parents again, my kids and my husband, and just seeing the beauty. And we climbed mountains. We stood at the edge of cliffs, and I stood too close for everyone's comfort. And they were all like, get back, move back. And it's beautiful, right? It's fun. It's adventurous. My childhood, my adolescence, the first trip I took out of the country, beyond Canada, I did go to Canada with my families, my three brothers, my parents when I was younger, to the Niagara Falls. But I went on a school trip to Paris when I was 16, and full of adventure, a story for another time. I studied abroad. One of the most important things I've ever done in my entire life was studying my junior year in Valencia, Spain. I would advise that to anyone who can and wants to try it, to study abroad. It is a humbling experience and a magnificent one, all wrapped together. Learning about culture in it, submerging in culture. It's just, and there I was able to go to France again and Germany and Italy in those times, the Canary Islands, and just such amazing things. I am a traveler. I love this. I'm a pilgrim. This is our card. The Apprentice. The Apprentice. This one is, I think this is a growth piece for me. I was just talking with Angie, my friend who you know. She's been here and will be back, about sometimes the difficulty in asking for help. So an apprentice, when I think of an apprentice, there is that aspect of learning from a wiser, more experienced teacher, mentor. And I sometimes, it's uncomfortable to ask for help. It's uncomfortable to ask for help. And I loved Angie's reframe for me was like, we're besties. Why wouldn't you ask me for help in this area? Right? And I'm like, you're right. Thank you. But I think those little tests in our life come up to show us this is what you should be doing. Collaborate, ask, seek wisdom from others. And there are times that I love to do that. And then other times in my life that it can be a struggle. And I wonder if that resonates with you, because what I have learned in my life is that I can go through experiences and sometimes emotional things that are confusing to me, and that I think, what is this lesson for me? I'm not getting it until I share it. And then when I share it and other people are like, yes, I'm experiencing that. At the mini wellness retreat, I talked about this very thing where at times we as women can think, I'm not enough. There's this belief I'm not enough. Society tells us we're not enough. We don't make as much as men in salary, right? Like there's just systemic oppression for women. And then sometimes there's that belief I'm too much, right? There's too much emotion here. There's too much change here. There's too much drama here, right? Have you heard any of this in your life? And so it's like, we're back and forth and back and forth. And, when I shared it, it was like, yes, it resonated with several of the women at the wellness retreat of, yes, thank you for sharing that, because that's something that I've struggled with. And it's so lovely just to hear that other people, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And then there's more, right? I'm not alone. And then what else? What else comes when we acknowledge those aspects of our beliefs? And so the apprentice for me is an intriguing one that I am excited to step into and learn from. What just came up was my work as a wedding officiant. Oh, I'm so excited. I have my first wedding coming up this year, and I'm an apprentice to Julie, who has been doing this for so long, and she is teaching me. And so, yes, we can be the mentor, we can be the teacher, we can be the helper, we can be the healer, we can be the one who shows the way. And then how lovely to also step into that aspect of learning and allowing others to guide us along the way. Yes, we all need that balance. So we're just going to go through this piece by piece. For the pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. Yes, we talked about that before opening the book, of coming home, and Emily's aspect of this pilgrimage, this journey, our love journey, is coming back to home. When I think of the 8 cards that were pulled, the last card was the womb, right? How much more back to home can we get when we think of that on our journey? Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait. I love it. I love it. Love it so much. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We must go, we must travel, we must learn, we must grow, we must fly, and we must pause and be one with ourselves. We must sit in meditation. We must pause and reflect and go into the depths of our spirit. Love, love, love that. Others will wonder when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life. Yes, others in my life wonder that. Like, when are you going to stop changing? When are you going to stop? Like, what next? My husband says this to me often. You change your mind. Every 3 years, you're changing your mind. And it's lovely to be able to do that and to learn and to grow and to wander. But the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Yes, it does. Boom, 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 boom. Love that. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. How true, how true, how true, how true. Sometimes when I'm stuck in an emotion or whatever that is, I must move. I must get up, move rooms, walk. Usually a walk helps. A drive can help. I love when there are people who I work with who are like, yeah, I just need to go on a drive. Whether it's in a car, on a motorcycle, like get out and move in nature. Move your body. When we move our body, just doing that, like shaking my shoulders out, do that right now. Just move your shoulders and notice. Shrug your shoulders, roll your shoulders, and notice things move. Energy moves. Emotions can move out, move beyond, move deeper and inward when we are an accepting and in motion and accepting of motion. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep. Okay, I'm taking this to mean they're boring. Raising my hand 100%. One of my goals is to get better with boredom and tedious things that happen that we must do, like vacuuming. Hate it. The maintenance of things can be so boring. And lull us to sleep. But sleep is good too. So I'm going to take that as could be positive, right? Like we have to do these things. We need to have some sleep in our lives. Soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. I'm hearing a beep, but we're going to keep going because it's not a lawnmower, which we've heard before. The pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day, absolutely. And then we need adventure. But we need to do the balance of both, right? And this is speaking to me. This is a lesson to me. How is it falling for you? Yet when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door toward a new reality. Let's pause on that. What a beautiful vision that is. How is this episode awakening your spirit of adventure? Adventure is calling us. What does this mean? What does it mean for you? What have you been holding off on doing for yourself in an adventurous way? Ooh. I know what I've been holding off on as it comes up. Whether it's an adventure or it's not far. I am, as you know, writing a book, been writing it for quite some time, and it's time for me to take a little time away and really get cracking on the final first draft of my manuscript. It's an adventure. It can be sometimes difficult for me to write. I don't like going away from my family because I miss them. And also I know how good it is for my soul. And it's an adventure. Yeah, an adventure. That's mine. That's what's coming up for me. I have trips planned in the future. I love going away. I love my little getaways. And for me, this is what the next thing is. This is what this card is telling me. Go. Do this little writing retreat with yourself. How about you? What is your adventure? With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage. Oh my goodness. I love that. I think of myself as the pilgrim and the pilgrims that I've been with that help bring me courage, right? Because sometimes we need help with the courage. Sometimes we need help with the bravery. I love to think about how people in my life, my mom especially, is like, go, do it, fly. You can do it. I believe in you. I have had that message my whole life. How it's come out in different ways. When we went skydiving together and I looked over at my mom in the plane as I'm like, oh my God, am I really doing this? Oh my God, we keep getting higher. And she's over there like, oh, with her thumbs up, like so excited to jump out of this plane. I'm like, okay, I have courage by my side. Oh, thanks, Mom. Whew, courage by my side. My own pilgrim. Whew, that's lovely. That's a lovely recognition. Who is your pilgrim? I can be it, right? I'm here with you. You can do it. If that's what you need to hear today, it's true. Dig deep into your soul. Let this card be. Let this moment, let this lesson, let this episode, let our connection be just what you need today in your courage, in your confidence. And we share it, right? So as you hear, I can help that and be that with you, for you. And I also can see in my life where it comes from my friends, my family. So many people are coming up in my mind of who give me courage, who give me strength when they are by my side. Partners in crime and laughter and love. Love it. Who are yours? Nor do you need every amenity. This is a lesson for me for sure. I overpack. Travel light. Travel soon. Your spirit needs it. Our spirit needs it. Where are you going? It doesn't have to be far. It can be a travel to your backyard. It can be a travel to a nearby park, to a nearby waterfall, to somewhere close. And it's still a getaway without going away. That was our mini wellness retreat. Look for something like that in your area. It's fall. The nature is beautiful if you're in wherever you are, right? But in our area in Northeast US, it is coming upon a beautiful time of change and beauty in the fall season. Get out in nature. Travel outside. If anything, if at all, at minimum, get outside, travel to the outdoors. And if you can go further, do it. Book that trip. Book it. I am going to, the next time I'm back with you alone, I'm going to hope that I will have booked a little, even if it's a day getaway, to write my manuscript, finish that draft. Our spirits need it. Okay, at the bottom, when light. So when light means when you are in line with your values, with your vision, with your mission, your passion, your purpose. This card can have these types of meanings. When light, the pilgrim learns, the pilgrim grows, adapts, and studies. Yes, yes, yes. Studying, the apprentice, adapting, growing, learning, all the things we love to do here. When dark means when you are not in line with your values, your mission, your vision, when your actions or your energy are connected to fear, avoidance, a wounded place. And this happens. This is okay, but it's important to notice it and use the strategies, the practices, the supports, those lessons that you have learned to get back in alignment with who you are at your soul level. When dark, the pilgrim is aloof, non-committal, and flaky. Check, check, check. I've been all those things. Not right now in my life. Non-committal sometimes. I can go back and forth, indecisive. But again, what do we come back to when we're indecisive, when we're non-committal? It's finding that thing that grounds us, finding that anchor. That can be our breath in this moment. That can be your values. That can be your people. That can be your home. That can be your belief system, your values, your mission, your vision. You hear me say these things all the time because we need repetition in life. We need it. This is something that I was just talking about with some of my, what we call ourselves biz buddies, Laura and Jenny and Angie. We talk often about these lessons that we learn and we share them with each other, and repetition is key to our learning. Go deeper. Ooh, this is always fun. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Read it. Mameen by David White. I'll put those in the show notes as always, and also in the email. Last time I did some digging myself and went deeper and then shared that in the email newsletter. So drliz.com, if you're not on the email list, get on that. DM me if you can't find the link. I'll put you on the list. But if you download any of the free things, the Fun Love Formula, the Dream Design Deliver Formula, you'll get on the email list. Even in the stillness of meditation, the pilgrim feels the movement of the heart toward what it loves. Yes. So even when we're meditating, even when we are still, our heart is in motion, right? Our heart is pumping the blood through our bodies, keeping us alive, with us not even having to be intentional about it. Love, love, love. And lastly, we all have a deep longing to answer the call, to get unstuck. What are the obstacles between you and the door? Ooh, I love this. Oh my gosh. Whew. What is blocking you? What is blocking you from taking that travel, that excursion, that movement forward? We need to remove the blocks. And if we don't know what they are, we can't remove them. They could be emotions. They could be fear. They could be the beliefs. I'm not enough. I won't do it. I won't succeed. What if I fail? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? Erin Hansen. Love that quote. Love it, love it, love it. What is standing in your way? What is standing in your way? Time. Time's a big one. I don't have the time. If I only had more time, if I only had more money, if I only had more energy, let's do this. If time, energy, money were overly abundant, you had no worries about it, limitless. Hard to imagine, but do it. Do it. If time, energy, money were limitless, where would you go? Who would you be? What would you do? What's standing in your way? What is standing in your way? Here's some courage. Let's share it. Let's take the courage together. Let's hold hands. As we saw on the card, let's put our hands together. Let's take that breath. And let's take the step forward. I love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this episode. I am so excited to hear the meaning that you have made from this card, from our lesson, from our connection here today. There were things explicitly mentioned. There were things implicitly communicated in the exchange of energy that you and I have. I am so thankful for you. I am so thankful that you are here. I appreciate your commitment and loyalty to this space, to this podcast, to yourself. Share this love. Please, please, please share this episode. Share it far and wide. Rate it if you can and review. I would love to hear what you're thinking and how this is helpful for you. Come back next week. You will be amazed and excited to hear from Emily. And I cannot wait to connect with you again. Take care.